Picture this. You've got a pounding headache, so you reach for a bottle of extra-strength Tylenol. You swallow one single capsule, and within minutes, you are dropping dead in absolute agony. In 1982, this wasn't a campfire story. It was a Chicago nightmare that murdered 7 innocent people, turned local drugstores into literal death traps, and sparked a packaging revolution that you still see every time you peel back a safety seal today. It all started on a normal morning in the Windy City. People were grabbing over-the-counter meds for colds and fevers. Totally routine stuff. Then, the horror began. Mary Kellerman, a 12-year-old girl with a sore throat, takes one dose before school. She's dead by breakfast. Hours later, a young mother chokes down a couple of painkillers, and she's gone. Then comes the real kicker. A man dies, and his grieving brother and sister-in-law, distraught at the wake, take capsules from the same bottle to dull the pain. They both die. A total wipeout of 3 family members in a single afternoon. Doctors and investigators were losing their minds. Heart attacks in perfectly healthy young people. It didn't make sense until the medical examiner smelled it. The faint, bitter scent of almonds. Cyanide. Pure, lethal poison had been packed into the capsules. Panic exploded across the country as the realization hit. This wasn't a factory mistake. Some sicko had tampered with bottles right on the store shelves. They slipped in like a ghost, replaced the medicine with poison, resealed the bottles perfectly, and put them back for unsuspecting victims to find. No fingerprints, no clues, just bodies piling up. Chicago went into a state of total lockdown. The city's police drove through the streets with bullhorns, screaming at people to throw away their Tylenol. Nationwide, it was a bloodbath for the brand. 31 million bottles were yanked from shelves. People were so terrified they were using kitchen knives to slice open their remaining capsules, searching for the invisible killer hiding in their medicine cabinets. The body count eventually hit 7, all random hits across 5 different stores. There were no links between the victims except for those cursed capsules. The FBI stormed in, grilling hundreds of people and raiding factories. They found a few leads that turned into dead ends. There was James Lewis, a creep who tried to extort Johnson & Johnson for $1 million. But while he went to jail for the extortion, they couldn't prove he was the actual poisoner. There were local suspects who hoarded cyanide, but they were cleared. Even wild theories about terrorists or obsessed pharmaceutical rivals led nowhere. The monster simply melted away into the shadows. 4 decades later, and this case is still unsolved. But while the killer got away, the world changed forever. This tragedy is the reason we have those annoying plastic bubbles, foil liners, and tamper-evident tape on everything from aspirin to yogurt. Before 1982, you could just pop a cap in the store and put it back. Not anymore. The government and the industry were forced to invent a way to keep us safe from the shelf stalker. So, who was the evil genius behind it? A bitter pharma insider? A random psycho just looking for a thrill? And the real question, could it happen again if those seals fail? I want to hear your best theories in the comments. Was it a calculated hit or just pure dumb luck that they never got caught?